what are you saying? Please go and sit down.
Just see those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting-a-ting-a-ling. I'm on to lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Karila here. So this video is just like a chit chat. I'm just going to be gisting with you guys and talking about a couple of things. I've been hearing a lot of, you UK people, leave us alone, he's overrated, blah blah blah. And I'm just pretty much here to gist with you guys about like living in the UK, studying in the UK. Is it really overrated? What do I think? Like based on my experience. So yeah, these are just a couple of things that I'm going to be gisting with you guys about in this video. Like I said, it's a chit chat, so please leave your comments and your own opinion. And yeah, let's just gist about it. So let's start with those Nigerians. Those of you that are abroad that keep on complaining. You will complain that you are paying water bill, you are paying gas bill, you are doing this, that, you are doing that one. Please let me ask you, when you were in Nigeria, you did not pay bill? Because I don't just understand. I don't get it. Did you think that when you come here, everything will just be free? Because whenever I see videos like that hey, staying abroad, easy. Oh, look at now. I don't pay this bill. I don't pay that bill. I don't pay. Come on, guys. Come off it. I feel like people just complain too much. Nigerians just want something to talk about, just to complain. Because I don't understand it. I mean, I think the only bill we don't pay in Nigeria is water bill. I don't think people pay for water. But in some places, people also pay for water. We buy gas. I mean, when we were in Nigeria, we used to buy gas like once every 2 months, depending on how we're using it. Electricity bill, it was like every 5 days because it was, what's it called, prepaid. We had prepaid meter. And we'll do like, it's not 5K we used to do every 5 days, maybe every 4 days. Because 5K, it still will finish. Is that not a bill? I don't get. Even the rent that people are talking about here, you are paying rent every month. Okay, in Nigeria that your rent is per year, every month, don't you put money aside so that at the end of the year, you're able to renew that your rent? So it just baffles me when I see videos like that. I'm like, what are you saying? Please go and sit down. There are bills everywhere in the world. Anywhere you go to, even if it's the most organized country, the best country on earth, you're going to pay your bills. Because that's how it just works. You have to pay bills. That's life. So stop complaining and get out. So now I'm going to move on to like just living in the UK. I've been here for a short while, but I've seen that it's a system that works. Granted, I've also seen areas where they need to improve because that's just life. Nobody has it all, to be honest. There's law and order compared to Nigeria where anything goes. You can do whatever you like, as long as you have some change to put in somebody's hand. Like here, there's law and order. You can't just come here and do anyhow. I think that's what makes this area or like some areas abroad safe. I know that everything works here, and if something goes wrong, there is the law that I can trust. You know what I mean, to an extent. The other day, my husband was saying to me, guess what? I said, what? He said, you know that not once have you said, have you locked the door? Like, have you locked the door? Go and check. Because when we're in Nigeria, when we're in bed, I can just wake up and be like, sweet pie, you lock the door? You say yes. I say that downstairs door, did you lock it? Go and check. Go. My spirit does not. Go and check the door. So he was just saying to me the other day, I didn't know you never said that since we got here. So you can just have that. And this is not to say that being abroad or being in the UK, there are no crime rates, depending on where you are. Okay, our town last year, I think 2021, it was voted like the safest place or one of the safest places to live in the UK. But yeah, apart from that though, I think it's just, you just have that sense of security, basically knowing that things work here. You're calmer, you're not like all the time looking over your shoulders. I kid you not, when I'm driving in Nigeria, walking on the road, I'm suspicious. Like I see boys sitting around me and I'm just like, my guard is up. I'm like thinking of the next line of action. Where can I run to? Where can I quickly drive to? Constantly looking over my shoulder to just be sure that I'm safe. But here I don't do that. So here you kind of have peace of mind to a large extent. It's a system that works. There are so many things that it puts in place to just make sure that their citizens are comfortable, that everything works. Let me give an example. There are days where they come and pick up your trash. There are days for regular house trash. There are days for your recycling. And they come on those days and they pick it up. If for any reason they don't pick up your trash, you can call the council and they will send the trash guys back to come and pick up your trash. I know that in Nigeria, yes, there are days where they pick up trash as well. But sometimes they don't pick up the trash. Sometimes something will happen. Maybe somebody has not paid one levy, or maybe the landlord, something happened and they don't just come. There's nobody that you can quickly call and say, oh, my trash is overflowing. No, what's going on? There's so much trash on this street. Can it be collected? And they will come and collect. There's nothing like that. There's no system in place for that kind of thing. Another example is like the self-checkout at supermarkets. So like instead of being at ShopRite, you go to ShopRite and you have to queue for so long. If you've got your card, you can just go and scan your items by yourself. You pay, you collect your receipt that is printed, and you go, peace of mind. That's what we're talking about. These little things that we take for granted. These little things that are just in place to ensure that people's lives are easier. That's the kind of government that we are praying for in Nigeria. The kind of government that will just put systems in place and think of like details down to the littlest, the tiniest details, just to make the citizens comfortable. Isn't that what we all want? So yeah, I will not say that living in the UK is overrated. I will say that yes, some people carry it on their head too much. Some people blow it out of proportion. Okay, some people make it seem like it's all rosy here. It's not all rosy. Like I said, even in the short while that I've been here, I've realized some things that I'm just like, these people, they need to work on this. Even the Oyibo people here, they still complain that, oh, the government this, oh, the prime minister that. Some of them, they complain, yeah, because nobody is perfect. Nowhere is perfect. But to an extent, we have peace of mind here. So I won't say it's overrated. No, it's not overrated. Now, let me talk about school. My experience here as a student has been amazing. I'm loving it so far. Compared to schooling in Nigeria, I would take this one over Nigeria any day, anytime. Although, I will say that schooling in Nigeria kind of made me tough. So I'm like prepared for anything. Do you understand? So if one day now the lecturers just wake up and they're like, you have 7 courses and you need to do these 7 courses in one semester, it won't move me because I've done 13, 14 courses in one semester. I didn't die. There were days where I had 3 exams in one day, back to back, and I still finished with an excellent grade. So I would say that schooling in Nigeria just like prepared me for whatever is going to come. However, coming here and then seeing how their education system is here is just, I think it's great. It's different for me. So like it's a transition, right? I had to like adjust, because when I saw the timetable at first, I was kind of complaining. I'm like, what kind of timetable is this? So like first semester, 3 courses only. This whole master's is 7 courses, 7 modules. My dissertation makes 8. So it's 3, 2, 2. So second semester is just 2 courses we're doing, and the third semester is 2 courses we're doing. And I'm like, what? In Nigeria, you are in school to study, so study. But here it's like you're in school to study, but at the same time, you have your family life, you have your work life as well. So there is that balance, between school and family and work and all of that. And they just want everybody to be fine. I wrote down some things that I'm currently enjoying about studying in the UK. So yeah, the first one is the flexible timetable that I just spoke about. The way it's structured, for the first 6 weeks or so, I have classes twice a week. And then for like the next 6 weeks or so after that, I have just once a week. Now that's because for the course that I'm doing, there are 3 variations. There's education, there's inclusive education, and then there's education, ethics, and leadership. So these 3 courses, right? All of us come together and we have some particular courses. So for those weeks that we have combined classes, those are the weeks that we have classes twice a week. Then when it's just education, ethics, and leadership, when it's just your particular field, that's when you have classes once a week. You understand? So imagine just going to school once a week. You will have time to work, even if it's just 20 hours. You can decide to do your 20 hours within 2 days. If you want to do long hours, like 10-hour shifts or whatever, you can do it within 3 days and have one day left to just relax, do your assignments, have time with your family. And it's just so amazing. No lecturer will just come and say, oh, on Friday 7 o'clock, everybody be in the lecture hall, I've changed my lecture. There's nothing like that. If they're going to change something, they will send you an email about a week before, like a week ahead. Oh, so and so has happened, and because of that we would need to reschedule this class or something. They will let you know because they respect you as individuals, compared to Nigeria, where they don't care. Just do what I say or get out of my class. Yeah, so that brings me to my next point. Lecturers and like course advisors here are very open. You can talk to them. So I remember this time there was going to be a real strike, and with like people struggling with accommodation and so and all that. There were some Indians who were staying, I think, in Birmingham or like in another area, that's kind of far from this town. And we're talking on the group about how there's going to be a real strike for 2 days, and those 2 days were when we have class. So they're like, okay, they're going to send a mail to our course advisor and our lecturer, just asking if you can do online, because this course that we're doing is strictly in-person tutoring. So they sent a mail saying, oh, there's going to be a real strike, we're living far away, can you please just like set up an online online link so that we can join in the class. And they agreed. The class was online and on site as well, and they sent them the link. And that's something that will never happen in Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know of a school or a lecturer that you will say, oh, there's scarcity of bus, sorry, can we have online link? They're not going to do that. Now, I won't say it's because they are wicked or they don't want to do that. Probably because they don't have the resources. First of all, is there internet in your school? Secondly, if there's internet, does it work? Does the lecturer have a laptop? Is there a projector in the classroom? You know what I mean? So these things are not available. So how would they make it easier for us as students in Nigeria? So my next point is that resources, hey, yapa. Learning resources, plenty, like is everywhere. Anything that you want is readily available. My school, for instance, if you don't have a laptop, it's fine. You can go to the library and use the desktop, or you can borrow a laptop for up to 5 hours, I think, and do your work. And it just makes sense. Life will just be easy for you. Other than that, like library resources as well. So like there's nothing like hustling for a particular book. On our school website, there's a part for like library resources. So you can go there. They will tell you the books available. They will tell you the campus where you can get the books, how many. If you want to hold the book down for a particular number of days, they'll hold it down for you. And in some cases, for some books, the books are readily available on the online library. So you don't necessarily have to walk into the library to use the book. Apart from that, if you are looking for something in particular, the librarian is also there, ready to help you. I don't know about librarians in Nigerian universities, because I know everybody in Nigeria is angry. Everybody's angry, so you don't even want to help anybody. But here, here they're just happy bunnies. They're happy to help. Every single, if you just look lost, they're gonna ask, "Hi, how can I help? How can I help? Are you okay? Do you need like?" Willing to help, and it's just amazing. So like it goes back to that peace of mind, just knowing that everything just works and it's easy. Another point here is we've got like personal tutors. So your own personal tutor that you can go and meet, like, oh, I'm struggling with this, or I'm trying to do this assignment, can you take a look at it for me, that kind of thing. Or I'm having issues mentally, and I'm stressed out. You can just talk to your personal tutor about that, and they are just there to help, basically. There's also a service called student services. This student services now. So with student services, you can book an appointment with them. Let's say you're writing your essay or you're doing your dissertation, and you're not sure about what you've written, you want somebody to go through it, review it for you, and like tell you, oh, these are the mistakes that you've made, or I think you should add this or add that. There's a service like that. You can just book an appointment with them, send them your assignment, they will review it for you and tell you, oh no, I think you're being a bit too critical here. Oh no, I think you should analyze a bit more here, that kind of thing. And they just help you with your assignment. So if you are lost, you will be found. I won't generalize because this is based on my own experience. But some lecturers give you breakdown for their essays. It's not like they'll just say, go and do this, go. There are some that will do that, yes. But there are some that will like give you a breakdown. Even for those who don't give you a breakdown, they will talk about their assessment. Oh, this is what I want you to do in your essay. And as they are saying it, they are literally giving you a breakdown, but low key, so that you will not know that they're giving you a breakdown. Do you understand? Occasionally, they organize workshops. So it can be a workshop for essay writing, knowing how to write essays. It can be a workshop for like English, because there are people there are international students who struggle with like their English. So there are workshops for that. You want to learn how to speak English properly, or like how to communicate. There are workshops for like checking your language, or like checking for errors when you're writing your essays. There are workshops for like your dissertation. So they just set up these different things so that students can attend the one that applies to them, and they're able to get help or like get information about whatever it is they've been thinking about. And that's so amazing. So many things. There's just help available. The last thing I'm going to say now, I don't know if this is just my school or if it's generally, but I'm talking based on my experience. There are so many activities lined up. Like, there are activities for your mental health, the physical health. Like, every single week, for every other day, there's an activity. So it could be meditation. You just see a message, come meditate with us 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. if you want to relax your mind, your soul, and spirits. You just see something like that. So if you're bored today, you can come to so campus. There's dog walking. They'll send pictures of the dogs. Our doggies are ready to meet you. It can be an evening. They'll be like, oh, just come into the sanctuary for tea, free coffee. Come and chill with us. There are days where they celebrate some national days. Like there was this Indian holiday. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called now. Is it Diwali? I think it's Diwali that they call it. And they celebrated that. They invited all the Indians and other people who are not Indians as well to come with like their cultural attire. There was food, there was music, and it was just amazing. What other activities there? They have trips, of course, like the trip to Oxford. There's worship as well. Like I mentioned, there's a sanctuary. And that sanctuary is not like for just Buddhists or for Judaism or for Catholics. It's open to everybody. So like they have carols there, they worship together, they pray together sometimes. So yeah, just various activities to just again ensure that you have a balanced school, personal life, and you are just all right mentally, physically, emotionally, academically. You are just all right. They try as much as possible to ensure that you are balanced in all ramifications. You are balanced. And again, this is my experience. I know, and I have seen people online be like, oh my goodness, this essay is killing me. Oh, I want to die. Complaining about, oh my goodness, schooling is stressful. You don't have a life again. And I'm like, sorry, I can't relate. My own experience has been great. It's been amazing. And yeah, guys, I think this video is already getting too long. So I'm just going to end it here. And I'm just going to leave you with this word. It's not overrated. It's not overrated in any way. I'm really, really loving it. It's been an amazing experience, and I know that it will only get better. It can only get better. I mean, when something starts out great, it can only get better. That's what I think. That's what I believe. So yeah, don't forget to drop a comment. Let's continue this chit chat in the comment section. Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up, please. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.